Okay, good morning, students. So today's session, let us continue with the hashing techniques. Let me share my screen. Okay. So in the last class, we had seen the collision resolution techniques. So under that, we saw there were two techniques under that. One is called as no separate chaining, correct? So that is one method that we have seen in the last session. The other method is, I'm just giving you a recap of what we did in the last video session. The other one is the open addressing. So as I told you, separate chaining is also called as open hashing. The open addressing is also called as closed hashing. We also saw a couple of examples and as how we can try to do this separate chaining. I think we saw one example. Let me take up one more example in today's session. All right. So let me take table size of, that is hash table size of 10. Okay. So in that case, my hashing function would be h of k is equal to k mod yum. Okay, where yum is going to be equal to 10. So generally we take yum as the size of the hash table. All right, now let me take these values. Let me say 20, 11, 23, 85, 83, 56, 33, 9, 16, 10. Okay, so these are the 20, 11, 23, 85, 83, 56, 33, 9, 16, and 10. So these are the key values that we have considered. Now we'll have to see how we can store this in the hash table given the hash function kmod yum using separate chaining. All right. So let us see what we can do. So separate chaining means what? So whichever slot has a collision, for that particular slot, we are going to create a linked list and store those particular values as each of the nodes, right? So that is what is separate chaining. So now let us take each of these. Now if you observe here, yum is equal to 10, so that means my hash table should have, yeah, no, 10 locations. Let me take that 0. This is, as I told you in the last session, this is my hash table. I'm trying to represent it this way. Okay, because I'm not able to represent the hash table as such. So this is second location, and then we have third location. So like that, I'll have to show you um, complete 10 locations. All right. So I cannot show the table representation here, and that's why I'm trying to show it this way. Since we have taken table size as 10, let us take 0 to 9. Okay. All right. So 0 to 9, this is my table locations. So let me start with the first value, 20. First value is 20. So I will say 20 mod 10. So 20 mod 10 is going to be 0. So in the 0th location, I can store 20. Correct? So in the 0th slot, I will be storing 20. Next, we have 11. 11 mod 10. 11 mod 10 is going to be 1. Right? So 11 mod 10 is 1 means in the first location, I can store 11. Then comes what we have, 23. So I will say 23 mod 10 is nothing but 3. So 23 mod 10 is 3 means in the third location, I will be storing 23. I hope I'm clear, right? So then we have 85, 85 mod 10. This is going to be equal to 5. So in the fifth location, I'll be storing 85. Then I have 83. 83 mod 10. Okay, 83 mod 10 is again 3. Now this is where the collision occurs. So what's happening here? We already have 23 mod 10 is 3. So in the third location, we already have this 23. Now 83 mod 10 is also giving 3. That means there is a collision. There is going to be a collision at this point. So what will happen now? So the 83 mod 10 is 3. So this third location, I will be creating a linked list. So 23 will be my first node, 83 will be the second node. Okay, so second node, I'm creating a linked list there. So there you are going to have 83 will be the second, you'll be storing 83 at the second location. Next we have um, okay, the next number that we have is 56. So I will try to calculate 56 mod 10, which is going to be 6. Okay, so in the sixth location we stored 56. Then we have 33. So 33 mod 10 is equal to 3. Again, in the third location, I must be storing this 3. So what's happening now? 23 mod 10 is 3. In the third location, we have created a linked list. So the first node we have stored 10. We have stored 23. Then we had 83 mod 10, which is also 3. So again, in the third location, we are storing 83 as the second node. Correct. Now we have one more number, 33 mod 3. 33 mod 10, which is also 3. So again I will create one more node in that linked list, and then the next node will now store the value 33. Alright, so next we have 9 mod 10 is equal to 9. Okay, so in the ninth location I will be storing 10. In the ninth location I will be storing 9. Next I have 16. So 16 mod 10 is equal to 6. Alright. So 16 mod 10 is 6. Now in the sixth location we already have 56 mod 10 is 6. So in the sixth location we've already stored 56. Now we are getting 16 mod 10 is also 6. That means you have to create a linked list at this location and then store this 16 as the value of the next node. All right. Next we have 10 itself. So 10 mod 10 is going to be 0. Correct. So in the 0th location, what we have already 20 mod 10 was 0. So in the 0th location, we have already stored 20. Again, we have 10 mod 10, which is also 0. Again, in the 0th location, you are going to have 10. So I will create a linked list. First node will be the hash table will first contain the value 20. First node now will have the value 10. So this is how, so now we are done with accessing all the elements of the given list of elements we have access, and this is how we try to store it in the hash table in order to avoid the collision. All right. So I hope I am clear. So we have taken two examples of separate chaining. Now, one more example I want to take. Now, what I want to say you is the last example we had taken only integers. Now, this is our second example. Also, we have taken only integers. Now, in case of collision resolution techniques, we need not always have only the numbers. We can also have some characters. We can also have some string. So we will take now one such example with strings or characters and see how we can still follow the separate chaining method. All right. So let us see that. Let me take another example. Let me take this: a fool and his money are soon parted. This is the sentence I have taken. Now, let me say that my hash table is of size 13. Okay, this is the 13 is what size of my hash table. Okay. Now, so if I say has 13 is size of the hash table, I can take my function. Since we are given this particular sentence, how are we going to do the collision resolution? How to define our hash function? We can define hash function as h of k is equal to addition of, okay, addition of position of a words letters in the alphabet. Do you understand what I said? Mod, since it is 13, we take it as 13. See, since the previous example, listen to me, in the previous example, we had taken numbers. So, we simply took h of k, or we simply took h of k is equal to k mod 13, right? We wrote something like this. So because it was an integer, we could very easily find out what is the mod value with respect to 13 and then do it. It was not difficult for us. Now since we have these letters, okay, we should try to see how we can try to find out the mod with respect to 13. So what we are taking, addition of position of a word's letters, addition of, understand that, position of a word's letters in the alphabet. Now when I take up the letters, let us say I'll take up a, B, C, D, E, F, and so on. Correct? We have up to Z. That means you have a total of 26 characters there. Now each letter has a position. That means what? What I meant to say is A means what? A is, position of A is what? 1. What is the position of B? It is 2. What is the position of C? It is 3. What is the position of 4? D? It is 4. And so on, like that. The position of Z would be 26. Correct? This is how, what is that we are doing? When you take up a particular word, for every character, what is the position? That position you have to add all the position of the characters of that word and then take mod of 13. So whichever location you will get there you are going to store. Okay, let us start doing, so probably it will become clear to you. I'll write here. I'll take my table locations starting from here, 0. So since I said table size is 13, I'll have to take 13 positions in my table, correct? 0, 1, 2. Let me put down that first. 3. This is my hash table, all right. 4. How many positions we should have? We have given mod 13. So you should have 13 positions in your hash table. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 0 to 12 will come up to 13 positions, right? So now you are given 13 positions. Now we have to see where we can store each of these. We have to store each of these words. We have been given a sentence made up of number of strings. So each of these word or each of these string, you have to store it in one of the location. So how are we going to store? Let us see. The first one is let us take this. What is the first word? First word is A. Okay. A, the position of A is 1. So that's all. So in the first location, you are going to store A, over, because there is no more characters in A. The second word. The second word is what? It is fool. Okay. How are you going to calculate fool? What is the position of F? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct? So F is 6. 6 plus O is 15. If you want, you can calculate and see. Again, you have O, so it is again 15 plus L is L is 12. Okay. Now this will sum up to 6 plus 15 plus 15 is 30. 36 plus 12 is 48. Okay. 48 mod 13 will be 9. So in the 9th location, you are going to store this food. Probably this you can try to put it in one side and keep it ready. Which is what is A, what is B, what is C, what is D, what is E, up to Z. Z is 26. So up to that position, you can keep your table ready so that it will become easy reckoner for you to start doing this kind of calculation. Otherwise, you will have to keep on thinking what is F, what is O, what is O, what is L, like this. Okay. So next word, let us go to the next word. So this comes to 48 mod 13. So 48 mod 13 is nothing but 9. So at the 9th location, you are going to store this word called food. Okay. The next word that we have in our string is, in our sentence is and. So if you want to calculate for and, A is 1, correct? So 1 plus n. N is going to be, I think it is 14, all right? And D is 4, right? So 1 plus 14 plus 4, that comes to 19. So 19, we have to find out what is 19 mod 13. 19 mod 13 is 6. So in the 6th location, you will be storing and. I hope I am clear, right? Next we have is his. His is next. Okay. So next is his. How do we calculate for his? H is what? H is 8. So keep this table ready beside so that it will become easy. I is 9. Then we have yes. Yes is 19. Okay. So 8 plus 9 plus 19. This will come up to 36. 36 mod 13. 36 mod 13 would be 10. Okay. So in the 10th location, you will be storing his. All right. So next one. Next is, what is the next word? Money. Money is our next word. Correct. So let us see. Let us calculate for money. So money will be, M is what? M is 13. 13. O, we have already seen what is O. O is 15. So 13 plus 15 plus N is 14. Okay. Then we have E. E is 5. Y is 25, correct? Yeah, Y is 25. So 13 plus 15 plus 14 plus 5 plus 25 would become 72. 72 mod 13. This would be what? 72 mod 13 is 7. All right. So money is stored at 7th location. I hope I'm clear, right? Next, R. R is, A is 1. R is 18. Okay. E is 5. So you 1 plus 18 plus 5. So that means you have 23 plus 1 is 24. Okay. 24 mod 13. 24 mod 13 would be 11. So in the 11th location, you will be storing R. All right. Right. Next is, if you go into our example, we have soon. Let's calculate for soon. Soon is, yes is what? Yes is 19. Okay. 19 plus O is 15. Okay. Another O, 15. And then N you have, N is, I think it is 14. Okay. So 19 plus 15 plus 15 plus 14. This would come up to 63. You can calculate and see. 63 mod 13 is what? 63 mod 13 is 11. All right. So in the 11th location, if you observe now, we already have got 11 for this word R, correct? When we calculated for R, what happened? 1 plus 18 plus 5, we got 24 mod 13, which was 11. So what we have done, we have stored this R in the 11th location of our hash table. Now, for soon, when you try to calculate 19 plus 15 plus 15 plus 14, which comes to 63 mod 13, which is also 11. Okay, so in the 11th location, we have to have a linked list created at this position. Let me show it like this. You have to create a linked list. So in the 11th location, you already have R. Now in the next node, I'm going to store this soon, because soon also when I calculate, it is coming up to 11. Okay. So whether it is characters or string or your integers, there is some way to calculate, and that is what we are trying to see in order to avoid the collision. Next word is parted. So parted, we'll have to calculate, so quite a big one. P is 16 plus A is 1. Okay. R is 18. T is 20. Then E is 5. And then D is 4. So 16 plus 1 plus 18 plus 20 plus 5 plus 4, which comes to 64. So 64 mod 13. So now this comes to 64 mod 13 is 12. So in this 12th location, you are going to store parted. All right. So that is how we try to store, or that's how we try to do this separate chaining when we have letters instead of, or letters or strings, characters instead of numbers. So we saw in case of separate chaining, we saw two numerical example. One we saw in the last class. This was the other example. And this example, today's session, we have seen one example. And this example, if you see, we have taken strings instead of numbers. So when we try to do this concept, it need not always be numbers. You can also have string. That's why I took this example to show how we can try to avoid this collision when we are using the characters or when we are trying to use the string. All right, now next is, I hope this is clear to you all. Let us take one more example. Now, in the same array where what we have stored here, if we are going to search for a particular string, then how it can be done. For that, I will show you one more example so that we can take up searching in that example. I hope this is clear to you all. Okay, see, next we'll see how we can try to do search for a particular string. Okay, now in the same what we had seen so far, if you want to search for this string called kid, how do you search? Now I want to search whether in the hash table I have this particular string kid or not. How do I do that? First I will calculate h of k. Okay. Now when I try to calculate h of k, that is, I calculate what is h of kid, correct? Because I want to search whether kid is there in the table or not. Now kid, when I try to search, what is k? K position is 11. I position is 9. D position is 4. So 11 plus 9 plus 4, you will get 24. 24, if I take the same example, 24 mod 13, I will get 11. So that means I will go directly to the 11th slot of my hash table and then see if that particular string is available there or not. All right. So what in the 11th position, if we look into our previous example, in the 11th position, we had R and then we had followed that we followed by that we had soon. So that means we don't have this particular word kid in the 11th slot. So that's how I try to search if a particular string is available in the hash table or not. I hope I'm clear how to search. That is what we are trying to see. Okay, so let us take one more simple example and then we'll go to the next concept. Okay, right. Next I will take up, let's take one more example, 30, 20. You can pause the video and then do it for yourself and then check with the answer. That will be better. 75, 35, 19. 30, 20, 56, 75, 35, 90. Let us take h of k. Okay, whatever. H of k is equal to k, k mod 11 will take. Okay. Now, what will be your hash table size? Hash table, see, if you observe here, there are 6 elements that are given to you. So that means your hash table should have 6 locations completely. Correct. So I will take this location as 0. Table, I will try to represent it in this manner. 1, then 2. So since I should have 6 locations, I will take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So now I have 6 locations in my table. Now for each of these locations, I am going to calculate how to store them. And then I am going to show you how to search. I already showed how we can search for one word called as kid. Now we will try to see how we can search for one of the numbers or integers. All right. So let us take the first one. 30 mod 11. What is 30 mod 11? 30 mod 11 is 8. Oh, I'm sorry. Since we are given 11, I think we should have 11 locations. I'm sorry for that. We should have 11 locations. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. So 0 to 10 will be 11. Am I right? Yeah, we are. All right. So 30 mod 11 is 8. So in the 8th location, you are going to have store 30. Next we are taking 20. 20 mod 11. What is 20 mod 11? 20 mod 11 is 9. So in the 9th location, you will have 20. Next we have 56. So I'll take 56 mod 11. So 56 mod 11 would be 5 55. 56 mod 11 would be 1. 20 mod 11, did I not write here? 20 mod 11 is 9. Okay. So 56 mod 11 is the first location, you will be storing 56. Right. Next we are taking 75. 75 mod 11. 75 mod 11 would be 9 again. See, here comes the collision. In the example, we are taken 20 mod 11 is 9. Correct. So in the 9th location, what we have done? We have stored 20. Now, again we are getting 75 mod 11 is also 9. Correct. So we create a linked list at this position and then store this 75 at the 9th location. Right? You can pause this video and do it for yourself and then check the answer. Otherwise, you will not learn if you go on doing however I am doing. All right. Okay. Next is 35. 35 mod 11. 35 mod 11 is 2. Correct. So in the location 2, you will be storing 35. Next, we have 19. Okay. 19 mod 11. 19 mod 11 would be what? 8. Correct. So in the 8th location, we already have 30. So I will again store 19 also there. Now we are done with all the elements. Now I want to search a particular element. Let us say I want to search for 35. I want to search for 35. How do I search this? If I want to search for 35, I will try to find out what is it going to be for 35 mod 11. Now when I take 35 mod 11, 35 mod 11 is going to give me 2. So I go to the location 2. I go to the location 2 and I find 35 there. I don't have to search all the locations starting from 0. I don't have to search like that. I will go directly to the second location and I see if 35 is there or not. If it is there, yes, it is there. It has to be there in the location 2 or in the linked list that follows 2. Okay. Otherwise, I did not find it anywhere. That way, searching becomes very simple or very useful. Now, suppose I will take 44 is another number. I want to search for 44. Now, when I try to search for 44, I take 44 mod 11. 44 mod 11 is what? 0. Is it not? Mod you should take, don't get confused. 44 mod 11 is 0. So I will go to the 0th location and I don't find 44 there. I may find something else, I may not find anything, that's fine. But 44 is not there at the location 0. Correct? So what will happen? My search becomes unsuccessful. I hope I am clear. So this is nothing but all about separate chaining. So I will end the session here. Next session we can take up closed hashing or what is called as open addressing. Okay. So I'll end my session here. I'll see you in the next session. Thank you.